And then it's just a matter of, we'll start to pitch these lines.
They're all my boys, Sean and Andy and Joe, and I wouldn't be here without them. And they all teach me something different, and I appreciate them so much.
Brianna Castelli is the newest addition to the crew of stonemasons at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. At 24 years old, she's the same age as head stonemason Joe Alonso when he began working at the cathedral in 1985. The team is repairing damage from the 2011 earthquake.
So you basically cut out the damaged stone?
I'm very glad she'll be a part of that. Once we're gone, here you go, and then here you go, and now here you go, and that's how it works, you know, passing on your trade, your knowledge to someone else, to the next generation.
To make yourself obsolete as a teacher, that's the goal.
Castelli discovered stonemasonry while working in a coffee shop.
There was this guy that came in and he was all covered in dust, and I was so taken by him, I don't know why. Something clicked in my brain and I was like, I gotta do this.
She inscribes stones she carves with her mason's mark, which stonemasons use to identify their work.
So I love the physicality of that, and it's just kind of like me putting my small slice in of their masterpiece, you know?
New generations also leave an impact on the cathedral by how they change the story it tells its almost 500,000 annual visitors and worshipers.
Cathedrals are so permanent. It reflects the different eras and different styles in history. It's a Gothic, ancient-looking cathedral, but it is also, in my opinion, distinctly American.
Last year, the National Cathedral installed new stained glass windows representing the ongoing struggle for racial justice. These now and forever windows replaced stained glass windows commemorating the Confederate generals Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson.
Taking down some of these monuments is important because you're really trying to tell the truth, because a lot of these monuments glossed over the history. You saw what happened in Charlottesville, and right after that happened is when the cathedral made the decision that that needed to change.
Poet Elizabeth Alexander wrote the poem American Song to accompany the now and forever windows.
How did we get here and where do we go?
Stone carvers at the John Stevens shop in Rhode Island inscribed stone tablets with the poem. The stonemason team at the National Cathedral will be permanently installing those tablets below the windows. The cathedral calls itself a house of prayer for all people, and they hope this installation tells a more inclusive and honest history of America.
It is a beautiful limestone building, but it's also standing for something, not necessarily avoiding the past, but like just getting better from it, which is, it's really neat to be a part of.
The cathedral still has room for future installations for the generations to come.
I don't know what the big thing is going to be 100 years from now, but there is space in this cathedral to reflect whatever is going on at that time. And that's what cathedrals, you know, are supposed to do, right? They tell stories in stone and glass and metal and all of that.
For PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs, I'm Bella Major in Washington, D.C.